So I always deal with context. It's me, na me person me who the original video of Bishop Dag-Heward Mills. Ne someone just say and nam so my mouth for 30 seconds of that video. And the better bontia. Somebody the Bulldog and drop Bishop Dag-Heward Mills. Never penny Arnold Asamoah bedu. And analyze Bishop Dag-Heward Mills and some no. In fact, someone no from 3rd of October 2024. A hundred and seventy na shasi every year. I have August 24. Message we need him. So be near subscribe button so no click the bell notification icon so. Now if you follow here Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, BBR gossip24.com and gossip24 TV. Now I'm feeling free so bet you your comment section no more. Now I share video I'm for so any be make am for 30% and I idea ma Easter ni twemu me sure send them be na our picnic I say bia o picnic kwan I share gossip24 na say bia o picnic I say eba fi na I share gossip24 and I say bia o UK o USA or Canada or Dubai or UAE and put more baby or Europe over to me about this particular game at 30% for introducing almost say pie Nkosiano no wini ache the register reference code no J24 a free no wini ache the 30% up and so it's on the 3rd of October 2024 and as a short clip way if we buy
for that and I got all the children in the church and I set up a music school and every child in my church, you have to learn how to play the piano. All the children in the church know how to play the piano. Nobody can come and bully us in the church. Pay me this before I play, before I sing. Nonsense.
But this is the actual sermon. Bishop Dag-Heward Mills. Am I no more translating? And they are called Latin. And I say Portuguese or Spanish. No more translating. The sermon, not someone in I about just Judas. Send you see yes, my send Judas this can breach. And a Bishop Dag-Heward Mills. And then I'm sorry, and share one more cry example. So now sorry. Now I'm for any disicate, you know. Obu or man, why cookoti said, one my scar, me tonium, one my scar, me bo instrument because I saw away my scar and I would your my scar. No, your fan, why they said they be. Ono crano, only instrument in abo. It's other no on school. Oh, and I saw hormone. Then the on tre and qualano more now sorry they want to send no bet to me a boy instrument. No. Send a bear qualano, a bet to me a survey. Sorry no. Instead of say obi, a bet can tell you so I'm a scar, me more. Because now office is a problem. No. And there's a solution now, or come up with.
When you are being paid,
cuando usted le pagan,
let me tell you something, in the ministry,
le digo en el ministerio,
Jesus said, freely have you received, freely give.
Jesús dijo, de gratis han recibido, den de gratis.
Ministry is not a business.
El ministerio no es un negocio.
Ministry is not a business.
El ministerio no es un negocio.
There are so many people.
Hay tantas personas.
You have to pay them to do anything at all.
Que hay que pagarle para que haga lo más mínimo.
You must pay them to play the piano.
Hay que pagarle para que toque el piano.
You must pay them to sing.
Hay que pagarle para que cante.
You must pay them to be ushers.
Hay que pagarle para que se ojiere.
You must pay them to stand at the door.
Hay que pagarle para que se pare la puerta.
You must pay them to do security.
Hay que pagarle para que haga seguridad.
You must pay them to be pastors.
Hay que pagarle para que sea pastor.
It's all about money.
Todo se trata de dinero.
You know,
¿Sabe qué?
many years ago,
Años atrás,
I decided I would not pay for certain things.
decidí que no iba a pagar por ciertas cosas.
When you pay for everything, you remove the element of sacrifice
Cuando usted paga por todo,
from the church.
usted remueve el elemento de sacrificio de la iglesia.
Oh, yes.
Sí,
We have to pay you to increase the volume of the speaker. We have to pay you to increase the
tenemos
volume.
que pagarle para que usted suba el volumen de la bocina.
Hey. Where are those who play and sing and dance?
¿Dónde están aquellos que tocan, que cantan, que
Because
danzan?
they love Jesus.
Porque aman a Jesús.
Judas is someone
Es alguien
who wanted money.
que quería dinero.
I have never seen a
Que he visto un traidor
who was not connected to money.
Que no estuviese de alguna manera conectado el dinero.
All disloyal people have some money, something behind everything.
Toda la gente desleal tiene algo con el dinero por detrás.
They want some money. They want to have more money, or they want to have the money, or there is some financial something behind the whole thing. Money. They want to have more money, or they want to have the money, or there is some financial something behind the whole thing.
Quieren dinero, quieren más dinero. Hay algo financiero que está detrás de todas las cosas.
It's for money.
Cuidado con aquellos que solo hacen las cosas por dinero.
You know, one time my church, I said, I'm not going to pay people to play instruments.
Una vez dije en mi iglesia, no le voy a pagar a nadie por tocar un instrumento.
Because I play all the instruments.
Porque yo toco todos los instrumentos.
I play piano, I play guitar, I play drums, I play everything.
Toco piano,
I know how to play it.
Toco guitarra, toco los tambores. Yo sé cómo tocar.
I don't see why we are paying for that.
No sé por qué estamos pagando eso.
And we had these musicians who said, you pay us this church wants us, this church has offered us this amount of money, this church has offered us this. So I said, you know what? Here we don't pay. You can play because you love Jesus. If not, go. And I got all the children in the church and I set up a music school, and every child in my church, you have to learn how to play the piano. All the children in the church know how to play the piano. Nobody can come and bully us in the church. Pay me this before I play, before I sing. Nonsense.
Los músicos decían, en esta iglesia me pagan tanto, en esta iglesia me pagan tanto. Y yo le dije, pues ¿sabe qué? Aquí no vamos a pagar. Si usted va a tocar, toca porque usted ama a Jesús. Y cuando se fueron, ¿saben lo que hicimos? Una escuela para niños. Les enseñamos a todos los niños en mi iglesia. Todo niño tiene que aprender a tocar un instrumento.
You have to pay me before I preach.
Tiene que pagarme antes que predique.
You have to give me this amount of money.
Tiene que darme cierta cantidad de dinero.
For me to come to your church to preach.
Para que yo vaya a su iglesia a predicar.
Now, in fact, this particular sermon, 3rd of October 2024, which we already the entire sermon, I like to give context. Sebano conversation yebabe August 24. So I like to give you context. Say be one kasano ubet me form an opinion of your own. However, 30 seconds video no echo viral. Less than 30 seconds echo viral. And then there is another sermon. Bishop Dag-Heward most my. But I haven't been able to find the full version of that particular sermon. But I also know it appears that Bishop Dag-Heward most in a different attire. Stressy on some point now make here.
And the people who were playing the instruments were all hired people. They're paid to play instruments. In my church, we don't pay people to play instruments. Never. We teach all the young people. We have piano school, music school in the church. Every young person, the children, all of them learn how to play all instruments. Yeah. We don't pay you to play instrument for God. Why should we pay you for that? We don't pay people to sing and to play instruments. It's an honor and a privilege for you to do something in the house of the Lord.
But bear in mind, say, both points are in 2024, right? Bear in mind, sir. However, a short clip from the 3rd of October 2024 sermon and aqua viral. And some of you now at Showbiz. But compare with UTV, United Showbiz. And idea, Bulldog, formerly Bulldog. Etina se hwe Bishop Dag-Heward must say money din no CDB. Sebi some Bishop Dag-Heward must eka no. Maybe to form no ka dey Bulldog kan. Tie.
No video no what one no but nyabotre. Breathe in.
Mama breathe in.
Okay, let's go.
Your kan ye no. Your nonsense.
Pacho. Nyabotre.
Oh.
Miss.
Thank you.
Miss. Oh, boo. You star.
Osofo pain ubebie wa no. Osofo pain ubebie wa no aka nonsense.
Nonsense our Bible.
Thank you. Into the kind of nonsense. Adin bi anim. That is nonsense. Boo. That is nonsense.
Boo.
You can't watch you say Bajo.
Bulldog.
Mpacho.
Kase entasu. Kase entasu.
Nonsense.
Okay, good. O dey train back on Simon.
Me twi dey na me fa sign.
Dia wo kan ye no. Me pa chow boo.
On twin sign na ma twin sign.
Boo me so. Twin sign.
On twin sign.
Me pa chow twin sign.
Me twin sign me ya no.
Oh, I know you ding.
What did I say? What did I say?
Boo nim dey how kan.
Me say the kind na dream.
Man you me do say me kan.
Na dream nim.
Nti wo dey we ka say entasu.
Entasu.
Okay.
Mpacho. Say or kase this is na my brother I explain no ni say so or kase onu na sorry ebia oye bibi mo mu o show mu ko school oye onu no omu aduane onu no to atare mo mu onu no otua omu rent onu no oye omu bibi antu omu bebo ade no free a meti ase. But if it is a general statement, I'm sorry to say the kind again nonsense because onu original asoyo or kasa no yetuanika.
What do you mean shedeni?
Won sa mu
oh boo. Me home
so dey ko sorry dey bia.
Me ma sorry dey.
Yetua mu pastor nika.
Me suffer yetuanika.
Good. Nampacho papa no ya ye hu ni progress baby ofi ya ko ye we no ko ye we a wa building the church sika na nkofo de amane na o de aye ni hu yi no o se o de ma ebi mu kakra a problem that means as you now I think say me share that story but I think that there's a portion in the story of cars or no or born instruments in
yes
thank you and the oba Sunday or no pay onboard drums number pumping no track guitar no tune na bibianye how sempeni for we anu so okan e fe omo say national cathedral for no me ba
dabi
hey
wa resign pacho wa resign
but no kan who before
wa resign pacho nko or resign crown sana onu the first person go film pacho this up
okay
hey boo
o say me busa keke na mama me say we resign
boo wa not dey
there be pacho sometimes ye peace ye da kakra na nkofo ba nyane ye
auntie na o daddy
we da sure asema udi
ena onyane auntie asem
that nonsense we enfa ya no ye yi wo gota na how would you speak like that it as you
so music school or school fees there be
on your light bill
so light bill na sorry na etua
sorry man in etua you say sorry na etua yes it is the people and you are sorry now we see in etua because the building cannot generate money nkofo na eba ho no mutua asase karo in ahin na obetua nkofo no mo bo omo ahin band of 6 and 7 ahin na obetua omo no it's sad who better mansion mu ewo properties be brave and na the obo gbodongba no nam gbodongba sa no empress mu na mu kwa sorry aden na mu ntumi nyame no musum ni sen mu nyamu impo sumpo ni na ga go
onyame sumpo
no ne
no ne
aden Charlie omo ni bibi kan omo yedin mo onu kro to tax
ade si say hu so
sorry be na to tax sorry be na to tax mpacho chere mi
e bia oye adwuma bia o to tax sorry pade sorry to cement
papa no mi ni adwuma bia oye mi ni ni profession
no a doctor
mi ni na
boo
oni dia ye mi ya no mo abo mu ni man ka man bo
sao
nkwasi asem pa no kan no no nkwasi asem no mpacho me use bibia or farming cockot eyem kwase asem no kan no
ti enyo no mo de obeko UTV
ye nyina ebeko
debiti nyabote
jale I don't defend
Debbie or say use word no use here nonsense no men be
okay me use nonsense your kind of nonsense again him mpacho what is nonsense
and then say
it's nonsensical like you boo it you person me you see stupid ni foolish me person me you stupid me you but your nonsense no kan no should you can why should we pay you to no okasa wo on your tuanika
and they mean
and na mami tell wo ni nkrofo no mu to omo boss ye omo kra na hey boo hey there be a brainwash ade yeah god Sunday we make on sorry o
ukoye dey
me ko catch and said your kind of nonsense and to me
yeah that was say mugusu share boo and then Easter Saturday team Mr. Semini baby wa kan no ye tin te Mr. Oye sofo pain ebia owo ni reasons owo ni school ni nti eno oka asase Mr. nyabotre semini bi wa kan pastor utwi bi san ye be me de wate
eno de me to me cause a junction obio ma sa junction na me ko
bo
mpacho
me court issue me
emba muso so this is what you have to do say you are disassociating yourself me more lawyer Cephas Boyos
okay and
Boyo at law
me need despite media a 7 hour can me lawyer any pandit
fire no what be kwa no mami fire nko
me yi me hu afi
mami fire nko
me need despite media any year
na demu de na maka say mon cash me na me
enti na me see bra form
there be am gina no 4th floor ha
to me gina 4th floor bra second
na mpacho de obu de okan no eto asom
wa sorry won eto asom mo bonsem
nyankopon bra form na ye use within in the wrong way nyankopon bra form watch we most of time anka ya striking da oh that time na nyankopon bufu no you are striking na kunu da
now Bulldog kasa ya ma just say that was Empress Gifty ebe mu be boss standing 5 Emma Bishop Dag-Heward Moss and then the another some be you be mu ka say Bishop Dag-Heward Moss e won in say oye won asori ho no ma only problem however no ton na Bishop Dag-Heward Moss and this stress part of the statement and I say the expression no I know what problem with because I said Bishop Dag-Heward Moss the inshibi to say part of statement you know say
press the ten say say ono akasa won arrangement ono na sorry so bia won say na arranging any am say na hihye yete enti ono any lighthouse say omomo hihye ni say because I know we music school we training in kwala ni nyina to learn how to play the instruments ni no we inculcating in them the idea of serving what I say into know that two omutin in kwala na we training on kasa music school brilliant was not training on no bia bebo organ bia bebo se no or the two omutin say wo nyame fie now when you have the necessary resources and support now serve willingly. That's him and his church. Any arrangement on my it's a reason here or can't ask him no now sorry members or what I say any arrangement or the members one a bone same just so man meaning any problem because you see that is not the only one and now so for opinion or what's our mentality no say and yes say obey serve sorry ni bit he will not be the first.
He will not be the first.
My concern with video no same be kind any tone.
Your tone anything.
I felt say na ke say otauto ono na arrangement or
for the church
and the members. But on making it or making it look as if say so before yeah sorry no or the instrumentalist but sorry no to amuka and nonsense. Do you understand how he put it? Na video no me critically. I send you back on I don't mean say you catching her or say watch out for people who do things for money. Yeah, watch out for people who do things for money. And I'm thinking, say, wait, I sorry no kutemono. They do stuff for money. Members no woman, they all do their respective stuff for money. Ono akasa Dag-Bishop. He does stuff for money. Empress, my name control. Ni books not
stuff for books.
Oh,
books not. That's a books near print. I free.
Free. So wait, ni book. Oko Amazon. Loyalty and disloyalty, like your meals. Na $10. I will turn to $2.99. The Beauty, the Beast, and the Pastor. $9.99.
Arnold.
Church Growth, is it possible? $9.99. Church Planting, $2.99. The Art of Shepherding, with it, $12.50. And one more, Judas, who is he? Call for $7.50 $7. Yeah. So
we need your own personal.
Yeah, so
my book no. I was somewhat say.
No.
Any knowledge.
The comments no pass say.
Oh, munya botre. As me I am not flow.
Yeah.
I'm not na ka say na person bisana.
Comments no pass about watch out for people who do things for money.
One day your problem.
And till I make church you say.
Okay.
Virtually everybody in that church does something for money, including Onwangasa. He's selling books for money. So
maybe I say it's my charity, you don't know.
Now, video not say nobody can bully us to pay to come in. How see
breathing.
So why your arrangement? I empower members with training almost that's okay. But once you move out of your domain, now the person is not bullying you. So who move out of comfort zone? Now so minister instrumentalist back on me training was sorry arrangement or yare. So you need to fall somebody else. Somebody else not urban. He's not bullying you. Yes, you understand. Once you move out from that your zone. Now also contract another instrumentalist on arrangement that person is not bullying you. Also want a system any arrangement.
It is any planning free now sorry okay an arrangement.
Yes.
Okay.
So don't stand and say oh me sorry nonsense to bring an instrumentalist. No. So you create the impression say almost our conviction no say we need to pay musicians and instrumentalists. No, that's what my concern is.
Okay.
Because almost the justification. Empress, I mean, so I can't Bible be but listen to this. 1 Chronicle 9:13. Oh, and these are 1 Chronicle 9:33. King James. And these are the singers, chief of the fathers of the Levites, who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night. Mama, last one. Nehemiah 11:23, King James. For it was the king's commandment concerning them that a certain portion should be for the singers, due for every day. So the also arrangement they say based on scripture, no, I need to pay instrumentalists, I need to pay musicians, no. It's not being nonsensical. I hope you get me. So don't stand one day all the two members said they should serve, and because of that, no one power more training we do that persona in their minds they are serving. That's okay because serving too is key.
Okay.
We need to push the spirit of serving within the churches. That's okay. But do not, under any circumstance, frown on the before also believing. One of the others are not no problem.
Okay.
Tout no arrangement. And let us believe that our arrangements are correct. But do not say obedient no so you know one of the strongest convictions and nonsense. And nonsense. Because on also scripture Pastor Ayeka say he mentioned and he gave you backing.
Yeah.
So don't say because we know our arrangement is perfect. No, nonsense. No, it is not. It's a mystery. Moving forward, no. On focus on no day and tout it more. Because the next other preacher, no, like Pastor Akese, would not agree because on also on different convictions. Okay. It's a best shady because our topic were tricky. There are some who actually believe they need to pay the instrumentalists, motivate them because or life to live. Good. Obviously, people said no. Once I'm giving you the necessary resources, save. That's also good.
So baby, or stress here say, watch out from Kofoa, idea for money. No? And remember, I said that part came from 3rd of October 2024 sermon. And I've given you the context in which a Bishop Dag-Heward most speak here say, now o preacher for Judas Iscariot say Judas Iscariot di sikechi. Judas Iscariot no o di sikechi. And a man ton Yesu. Yesu mai. It's in a Bishop Dag-Heward most say watch out for people who do stuff for money. And or they not sorry, they are no be example. One say, it's the no editing short clip no. On no editing is about I'm sure say would see the full context of Bishop Dag-Heward most in the sermon our my sada no anomo translate our Latin mo. And also the second sermon, I know they mean to find the full clip of that particular sermon, but both sermons were in the year 2024. Aha, Gossip 24. In him, they also had the chair or sound come away home. O stand with Bishop Dag-Heward Mills, and now so any Bulldog, a yard dream. And now so to say, I know that's my baby with some more kind of. Say that Bishop Dag can say, what are people who do stuff for money? No, Obia baby for money. In the end of the day, now in fact, chair ward, comment section. Aha, Gossip 24. Magraheb.